Mr. Chirag Sheth from Metal Focus. He is a well-known professional in the field of precious metal, particularly gold and silver. His inputs are often thought by the industry as well as regulators across the globe. So welcome Mr. Chirag Sheth.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel Chennai?
Fantastic. Chennai is a city that I really love. I'm looking forward to the food in Chennai and excellent venue.
Thank you. And all chess is there today. Chess tournament is happening.
It is, yes.
So good.
Yes.
Can you tell us in a broad contours, what is the changing landscape in Indian bullion industry in terms of regulations? Point number one. Point number two in terms of policy. Point number three in terms of market infrastructure creations like IABX. How these all are going to change the face of Indian bullion industry?
I think, if you look at actually Indian bullion industry, we've undergoing change for quite some time, right? And probably we were the only a large, country which lacked a certain amount of market infrastructure. And I think what the IABX essentially does is plugs that big hole which was there. So I think there is a lot of changes which are happening. Once you've got an international bullion exchange, you've got a lot of transparency coming in. Coupled with that, you've got a domestic exchange which is coming in, which provides a lot of opportunity to smaller investors as well as bringing in transparency. I think the way I'm looking at is that this is going to revolutionize the Indian bullion industry. A lot of financial products can be introduced in the future. Smaller investors, who want to buy metal would be able to directly buy metal from the exchange at a better rate. So I think this is going to change a lot of things going forward. So that's more on the market infrastructure side. I think on the policy side, yes, a lot of us were surprised with the import duty hike, but that's how it is. We've always seen that whenever there has been an issue with current account deficit, whenever there has been surge of import, the government has looked at curbing.
It's a tariff measure to control.
It is tariff measure. Well, it is debatable whether that tariff measure has worked or not.
But if you see in the past, whenever the import duty have increased, we have not seen any decline in imports.
No, absolutely, and I don't think that is going to happen because I think it's very, very important to understand why gold is imported into the country. Nearly 60 to 70% of the gold that gets imported is essentially used for wedding-related purchases. So
there's a sentiment attachment or emotional attachment to the gold rather than investment purpose.
No, not just sentiment, but you've got weddings. A large part of our demand is driven by wedding, right? And that is not a go. People are not going to stop wedding, right? India has got 1.2 billion population. Each year, nearly 18 million weddings happen. So that amount of gold will keep on coming into the market. And also, as you pointed out, a large part of people have got certain affinity towards gold. You also have a situation where in rural India, there is lack of awareness among financial products, and their gold is the
safe asset for them.
Safe asset, the only avenue which is available for them. So, in that sense, I don't think the gold demand is going. And despite, as you rightly pointed out, gold prices increasing by 5x in Indian rupee terms in last 10 years, import duty nearly increasing to 15%.
Exactly.
Demand has remained where it is.
Prices basically have increased because of currency appreciation. Other than that, we can't see anything.
Absolutely. So, but that's the point. That despite the fact that so much appreciation has happened, demand has not reduced. People are still buying gold, and people will continue buying gold.
So going from the demand side, because you are an expert in demand supply estimations, where do you see most of the demand coming from? Either from investment side or from the retail side, part of jewelry side?
I think for India, jewelry continues to remain the dominant side. Nearly you can say that 70 to 80% of Indian demand comes in from jewelry. Out of that, nearly 60% of the demand is bridal. 50 to 60% is bridal.
So huge demand is there.
So it is there. Rest is obviously investment. But also, I think what a lot of people fail to understand is that a lot of these investment products which are eventually bought are converted into jewelry.
Okay.
People would be saving 10 years, 15 years for their daughter's wedding.
Exactly.
Which would get converted into jewelry.
The end use of the investment goes into jewelry.
Absolutely. End use is jewelry, and that is why we've got such a wide, vibrant jewelry market.
So unlike the West, where it's purely investment purpose, we see a contrary view.
I think what's important is that even for India, investment is the essential motive. It's just that we are buying large part of jewelry as investment because it acts as a dual motive.
So it keeps changing hands from one generation to other generation.
So it is both an adornment as well as investment.
Okay.
Whereas the West is very clear about that. where what I want to wear is very different
Different
from what I want
have
to
to say,
invest in.
invest
Yes,
in.
absolutely. That is something which is very different, and that is also, and because we don't have this clear demarcation, you have got a scenario where 22 carat jewelry is the biggest, component.
Now we have a SEPA agreement in place with CUE. How do you see this agreement beneficial for Indian jewelry segment? Do you see India becoming a jewelry hub, manufacturing hub?
Here, what's very, very important is that if India wants to become a jewelry hub, before moving on to SEPA, I'll make this. If India wants to look at becoming a jewelry hub, I think we need to adopt technology in a much better way, and we need to look at some of the newer markets, because most of our exports are focused towards the Indian diaspora.
Okay.
So
We are not catering to the finer requirement of the Western markets.
Probably a lot of diamond guys do, silver guys do, but not so much so plain gold jewelry.
When in fact, West doesn't prefer gold like how Indians prefer. Or
Yes,
lightweight gold.
Lightweight gold, So we need to look at that kind of aspect, and I'm sure we will do. So the fact that if you look at actually SEPA, I think SEPA provides us that opportunity, because SEPA allows us a free access to the UAE market, which is sort of a hub for gold going to Africa, gold going to South Asia, East Asia, Europe as well. So Dubai is kind of the hub to the world, and with India getting an advantage of accessing that market, that obviously benefits.
How do you see gold price moving ahead after this Fed rate increases and Ukrainian conflict and other global recession, expecting recession?
People who've been reading our reports, people who've been listening to us are aware that, probably over the last 8-9 months, we've been bearish on gold. We've been saying that gold prices should actually come down, and that has now started to happen. We believe that because of this, whatever the Fed announcement that has happened, there is going to be a volatility which will remain. In the near term, probably we could see a bit more bounce back towards, $1780, $1800. But overall, I think fundamental situation is poised for gold to go down. We believe that over the next year or so, $1650 to $1600 are likely to be touched.
So you are bearish on the market?
I would not say bearish on the market. We believe the prices will go down. However, gold will outperform other asset classes.
How do you compare gold with other cryptos? Because now cryptos are also losing ground. So you think gold is taking back its flavor from cryptos again?
This is an interesting question which keeps on coming to us. I don't think there is comparison between gold and crypto. Gold is I would say a trusted asset. Gold has proved its metal, proved its worth for centuries. Crypto still needs to do that. So I don't think, yes, there is a certain section of the investment population moved out of gold to crypto, but I think people have realized that gold has got far more stability. Gold has got far more strong fundamentals than anything else.
What is the take from IGC?
I always look forward to IGC. This is fantastic to be here, and Chennai. Great to see friends and
well networked.
Very well.
Look forward to meet you at the next IGC again with same. Thank you.